Hey, boys and girls, and I'm back. It's Travel Confessions of a Cubicle Dweller. Welcome back, boys and girls. You know, I keep mentioning that I am building this plane in the sky, so I appreciate y'all hanging with me as I figure out the frequency I'd like to post. I actually was talking with a friend of mine earlier today about the podcast and building the plane in the sky, and he actually helped me realize that it's actually not a bad thing because, it's okay to change and kind of figure things out as we go along, but at least you're getting something done. So that's kind of the purpose of what I intend for this podcast to show is like it's okay to get things done. Like you're getting things done. We'll figure it out. We'll make it perfect. But honestly, do things ever really get perfect? I don't think so. So, I don't have any housekeeping items for you guys today. I just want to jump right in. The thought for today's episode is they say that a shark does not outgrow its environment, but should you? But I know we are used to starting a podcast with a mantra, so here we go. Money flows to me like a river. Breathe it in. Money flows to me like a river. This is actually one of my favorite money mantras. And can't you just visualize it? A river of money flowing directly to you, directly into your bank account. It's really a beautiful thing. So, I was actually wrestling between another mantra and then the statement about sharks. And then the legendary Tina Turner passed away. And it kind of confirmed the shark thing. And I just want to make a quick note. If you hear like paper and pages turning and things of that sort, I actually write out my scripts with my fancy fountain pen. So that's probably what you're hearing. And so I'm just like, bear with me because I'm kind of recording this on the fly. I wasn't really feeling well, but I was like, I promised you guys I would get it out today on Memorial Day. And so I want to. Oh, and before we go any further, I want to give a special note of thanks to the families of those who have lost loved ones for defending our freedoms. That is not lost upon me. So, if you've never heard of the shark thing, here it is. They say the shark never outgrows its environment, meaning that if a baby shark is placed in an aquarium, it won't get any bigger than a fish tank. But if you put him in the ocean, it will grow to over 8 feet long. So let me first say, I don't even know if that's true or not, but it does make for an interesting conversation, right? And with all that being said, I'm going to actually link it to Tina Turner and travel. So it's probably about to get really interesting, boys and girls. Um, in some spaces, they say that this shows that the adaptability of the shark. It shows the adaptability of the shark and that it can adapt to its environment. I mean, clearly, there is a benefit to being able to survive despite the challenges that life throws at us, right? I am not saying we shouldn't be flexible and know how to adjust to the ever changing circumstances that happen in life. What I am talking about is it okay to outgrow our current environment to be successful? I don't believe in staying in any situation that does not promote growth or stunt your growth. And so, all of that being said, it got me to thinking about Anna Mae Bullock. She was too big for Nutbush, Tennessee. Had she stayed in Nutbush, Tennessee, we would not have known her. We would have never seen the obituary of Miss Anna Mae Bullock, 83, from Nutbush, Tennessee. And I'm not saying there would have been anything wrong with that if she would have found some kind of career that would have fulfilled her in Nutbush, Tennessee. So, it's nothing wrong with outgrowing your environment to be successful. And now let's talk about her comeback in a moment of transparency for me. I am absolutely certain that people counted her out after she chose to divorce Ike and ask for nothing but her name. Um, especially for a time period where people didn't talk about domestic violence. It secretly thought it was acceptable for a man to put hands and feet on a woman. Oh, I'm sure people thought, who did she think she was to think that she deserved better? I keep thinking about her comeback. She was 40 years old when she decided to live her life on her own terms. She was 44 when she recorded the epic song, What's Love Got to Do with It? And almost 40 years, for almost 40 years, she reintroduced herself to the world. It showed all of her doubters that they were dumb to count her out. As I was writing this script, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to share this part of my life. But my goal with this podcast is I want to help people by sharing my stories. So I've decided to share it. First off, thankfully, I've never experienced domestic violence. However, if you are dealing with it, please plan a safe exit and know that you deserve better and know that it's not your fault. My story actually relates to the comeback. I shared a few episodes ago about my career path and that I'm in a current space of trying to figure that out. And I have recognized that because of my new change, that people who knew me way back when, some of them have counted me out. And so my current prayer is either, when will I get my comeback, or what is my purpose? I can't wait for my comeback. The comeback for me is not about those people who counted me out, but I just want them to know that I'm the same ambitious person I always was. I'm still me. My goals have just changed. I mean, for example, my favorite color used to be red, and so everything I had was red, and so now my favorite thing is pink. That doesn't make me a different person. I'm still the same person. I just like pink. And then we want to relate all this to travel. If you watch the documentary Tina said that when she first went to London, it was the first time she ever felt like she was in a place where she belonged. She felt a sense of peace and she felt a sense of belonging. It reminded me of a time when Black artists, especially during the Harlem Renaissance era, moved to Europe because of the racism they experienced in the States. And they also talked about having a sense of belonging. Not in the sense of experiencing the racism part. I have experienced some challenges, but I had a similar experience where I found my home place in Venice, Italy. And it really spoke to me. It is really very much so my soul home. So I completely understand Tina with falling in love with London and Europe and all of those good things. Venice is my soul home. So much so that I really am planning to move there. And I hope during your travels, you find your soul home as well. So as I close all of this out, of course, there's nothing wrong with being flexible and adaptable to our environments. However, and it's however with all capital letters, underscore, bold, all of those good things. If you are no longer being fulfilled in your current environment, it is okay to outgrow it. It's okay to outgrow friends, jobs, circumstances, situations, environments. And don't feel guilty about it. And don't allow others to make you feel guilty about it either. It's quite okay to walk away from something that no longer serves you. Guess what, guys? It's confession time. Do you feel like you may have outgrown people, places, or things? During the course of your travels, have you found your soul home? Drop down in the comments and let me know. And until next time, boys and girls, happy and safe travels.